In the ancient kingdom of Videha, under the golden glow of a rising sun, a king, Janak, sat in deep thought. This was no ordinary king. He was wise, curious, and deeply drawn to the mysteries of existence. Across him, Yajnavalkya, the greatest sage of his time, glowing with the stillness of someone who had seen the truth behind all truths. There have been many occasions when Yajnavalkya and King Janak have met with each other and discussed at length about things related to the Brahman and about the knowledge of the self. King Janak was very fond of Sage Yajnavalkya, and whenever he found a chance to meet him, he would keep asking him several questions for which he himself had no complete answer. And Yajnavalkya would not receive any gift from King Janak until he has given him the complete knowledge. King Janak was an adept in Vaisvanara Vidya, or the knowledge of the universal self. On one occasion, a discussion took place between Janak, Yajnavalkya, and other students on this subject of the worship of the universal self. Every question asked to Janak was promptly answered then and there by him. Yajnavalkya was highly pleased with the knowledge of Janak and said, "Ask for a boon." Then Janak said, "May I be permitted to ask questions whenever I please, whenever I want to ask?" That was all that he asked for. On another occasion, when Yajnavalkya met Janak, he thought that he would not speak, that he would keep quiet. It seemed as if Yajnavalkya was in the fullness of his soul, but Janak, as usual, did not want to miss the chance. It was then that he drew upon the boon that he had got from Yajnavalkya, and there was no other way for the sage but to answer the questions of King Janak. When the sage agreed to speak, then King Janak asked him a very relevant and important question related to the knowledge of self. "Sage Yajnavalkya, what is the light that illumines a person?" "The light that wakens and impels him to perform all that he does." Yajnavalkya gave a very straightforward answer by saying, "The sun, O king, for it is the sun alone that is the source of all light, and it is for this light that man sits, moves about, does all his work, and returns." That's right, but when the sun has set, what is it that helps man as light? The moon. It is the moon that is the light of the man when the sun is not there, was the reply of Yajnavalkya. Alright, I agree, but when the sun is not there, the moon is also not there. Then what is it that guides man as his light? Thus asked Janak again. Then Rishi Yajnavalkya replied, "When the sun has set and the moon is not there, fire is our light, for by that we sit, work, go out and come back." "I am all in agreement with you," said Janak, and continued asking, "But what then is the light when there is no sun, no moon and no fire?" "Speech indeed is the light when all these are absent. Even though we cannot see our hand in the dark, we can hear the voice and move towards the sound." Janak was happy, but had still one more question. He asked, "O revered sage, when sun sets, moon is not there, fire is absent, and there is no speech, then what is the light?" "The self indeed is our light, King Janak, for by that we sit, move, work, go out and come back." Janak was deeply touched by this, but wanted to know from Yajnavalkya more about the self that he referred to as the light of all lights. Yajnavalkya continued to impart the knowledge of the self to King Janak. He kept unraveling the mystery after mystery of the self. At last, Yajnavalkya spoke the final truth. The self is the pure awareness that shines as the light within the heart, surrounded by the senses. It is this self that is one with the soul reality, the Brahman. This self is free from desire, from evil and from fear. The man who is union with the self sees without seeing, smells without smelling, tastes without tasting, speaking without speaking, hears without hearing, touches without touching, thinks without thinking, knows without knowing, for there is nothing separate from him. This state of not having another is the state of unity, one without a second, and that is the world of Brahman. This is the supreme goal of life, the supreme treasure, the supreme joy. This story is from the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. In a world flooded with noise where we look outside for light and answers, this story reminds us of a truth we've forgotten, that the brightest light is not out there. It's within us. If this ancient wisdom brought you peace, insight, or even just a pause, then don't keep it to yourself. Give this video a like, comment your reflection, and share it with someone who's searching for light in the dark. Subscribe for more Upanishadic stories, Vedic truths, and the kind of clarity that modern life often hides.